G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Lockdown Performance. I've been out of action for a little while, hence why I haven't uploaded anything probably for about a week or two. Reason being that I've got a compressed disc in my back, which is a pain in the ass. Anyway, it is what it is. So the tasks that I want to accomplish in this video are a couple of just light, simple things. Number one, I want to get the freaking cover off that. It's been raining a lot, and put the housing back on it, which I have drilled out and JB welded. Obviously, there's not really supposed to be a hole there. I did a hole halfway through, and then I realised it was through the wrong spot. So JB welded that up. That's got to go back on there. And then the next task, if my back doesn't play up, is to get the brackets for this radiator, chuck it back in the Volvo. And then after that, if my back's still good, mind you, I'm not going to be doing any heavy lifting or anything like that, is to go around to the other Volkswagen that I have, the Golf TDI diesel, and let's give it a start. I think that I have worked out the issue that it's got with the ECU relay. Oh, it's locked. Let me see, have I got a key for it? Do I or don't I? Yes, I do. Two separate keys now since I've done the cluster swap. So that one just unlocks the door. I believe there's a relay under here somewhere that I'm probably not going to try and sort today, but what I want to do is give it a start, give it a run, wipe all the water and crap off it, and then cover it over. Alrighty, what do we got here? We need to throw the battery terminals on. Positive, negative. I will give those a tighten as soon as I get off this camera. Then we have a jumper here, the ECU relay. Now, the reason why this is playing up, I believe, is something to do with that relay in the car that I showed you earlier. So, keys in the ignition. This thing hasn't been started for about a week. Let's hope the battery's not dead. There we go. First click, just like that. So I'll roll. $10 tighten that up. Let it charge a bit. And then go on to the next task. I'm looking at the sky. I'm wondering, should I try and make a go of it? Ah, yeah, why not? Start getting all these blocks of wood off here. Chuck the spanner down there for now. I've got, there's no water in here really, it's pretty good. That's all wrapped up, so yeah, I'll try to get this housing back on. So the housing's back on. I've tightened that a little bit as well. I think there was a little bit of shit coming out of there because that V-bend wasn't tight enough. That little line down there will go from the turbo to the wastegate. So that'll open it up at 6 pound or whatever, so we don't overboost. Not sure if I'm going to do the fuel reg today. My back's really killing me right now, but yeah, we'll see how we go. So I've had a bit of a muck around with this radiator here for the 1J Volvo. I haven't had any of this stuff on the car for a while, so I'm not sure how it all goes. I think this is right here. I'll have to put some bolts through there. That actually comes down through there So that must be right, because that's latching onto there. And now I'm going to try to do this with one hand, but I'm not actually going to be using that. I'm going to be using bonnet pins. So as for this, this is the factory shroud, which fits in there nicely. What I'll do, I probably won't use the factory fan because obviously it's not going to work. So I'm just going to put an electric fan in there, but that'll be perfect. I'll have to make some brackets for the top here, some custom ones. I've sort of put these on here, but I can't figure out what the go was, unless, I mean, I doubt they'd be going like that. Maybe they need to go somewhere else, and there's other brackets for this, but I can make something up for that, and then make up a hose for that, and then a hose coming up there into there, and obviously with these brackets here, they just slide into the bottom. That must have been the original intercooler, but I'm not going to use that same intercooler. I've got an alloy one. I'll see if I can make that work so that I can still keep this grill on and keep it pretty inconspicuous, if you know what I mean. But yeah, bit of a clean up, bit of a paint, and should be good. Eventually I'll probably vapor blast a lot of this stuff, but if I end up keeping the car, which I probably will, but for now I just wanted to make sure it all fits, and I think this radiator will be enough for the 1J. Yeah, I've heard other people over in Thailand have used them, so yeah, all good. Also, I've just discovered this plug, I think, originally goes to the fuse box, 1J fuse box. Now my main wire for the injectors, coils and the igniter, I believe, goes directly to this one. So what I can do is remove that wire that I've hot wired into there, and then run some sort of like a fused connection into my switchboard. So basically I'll click that. The only thing I'll have to find out is if that one connection controls the whole lot, or if it's just for one particular thing. But I'll find that out eventually. But that'd be great if I could do that. Saves me a lot of hassle. Anyway guys, that wraps up another episode of Lockdown Performance. Just a real quick one this time because, yeah, my back's not good. I've tried to do as much as I can without doing any more damage. I start my physio next week, so pretty soon I'm pretty confident that this issue is going to be sorted once and for all. It's been 15 years, 20 years in the making. You know, when I was on the island training with my friends, my mate D, I actually had the same issue initially, and then it went away. So all I can say is, guys, if you've got any issues with your back, any disc problems, you need to just keep doing regular exercise and stretching, and that will, I guess, prolong your spine's lifespan, because once you get a bit older, you don't want to be addressing it then. You want to do it ASAP when it comes up. When the problem comes up, sort it out there and then. Don't wait. Don't let it stew for 15, 20 years. So anyway, that's it for this episode. On the next episode, we can expect to see a little bit more done on this. That'll be painted and all fitted in. Hopefully I'll have the hoses all connected up as well, so that I can actually start that thing and run it and let it run for a while. This thing here, I'm waiting on a couple of bits and pieces for it. Leak down tester, so I can determine whether or not the head gaskets had it, and I've decided that I'll probably just use this fuel reg for this particular car, and then I'll get another one for this later on, because I'm not really intending on keeping that engine, so I'm not really worried about what sort of fuel reg I get, as long as it does the sort of trick, as long as I can up the fuel pressure a bit. So there we have it. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining in. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and also check out my other videos, especially the one with this thing when it was two-stepping. It sounds freaking angry, and honestly guys, it's not even tuned properly. It's not even on ethanol yet, so mate, I'm pretty stoked. It's one off, man. There's no other VH45 in the world on YouTube that's doing that, I guarantee you. Maybe there are other VH45 turbos out there, which there probably is, but there's none on YouTube doing that on the two-step. So anyway, enjoy guys, have a look at it, check it out. Da-di-da-da-da. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.